11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. What a fight! I think we're gonna win it.
Juan, the Hispanic causing panic, Lascano.
And thanks to those joining me live and those of you joining me on the archive, D style here. Ladies and gentlemen, it is officially, with the Sunday, September 7th, it is officially Saul Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Bud Crawford fight weekend. So much to cover this week, so much to talk about. Look at this as a pre-show for HCP tomorrow. We'll be live tomorrow, noon Central. That's 1 p.m. Eastern Time and 10 a.m. in the West Coast. Calix and myself will be live tomorrow for HCP. If you're watching this on the archive, write that down or type it down on your calendar or just remember. You know what I mean? Just remember and make sure you hit the like button if you haven't already. Make sure you share this video on your social media platforms. It's much appreciated if you do. As always, you know what I mean? Shout out to Chet Cunningham. He says, hashtag Towelgate. What's that about, right? Eric Gomez is saying, Bud fans, the new Wilder fans, rude awakening coming. Towelgate. That's very interesting. Eric Gomez, how's it going? Mars Book Sales says, saludos, D Style. Saludos to you. Sonteo Media, as always. How you doing, brother? Hope everything is good on your end. Carlos M in the building. The artist formerly known as Chicano Prophet. Nando here as well. It should be some good stuff happening. I have not gotten a chance to watch any fights this last weekend. Been extremely busy. I'm going to be busy all week, but I'm going to try to sneak in some shows for you guys, and so we could talk this boxing and all that good stuff. So then let's go ahead and get right to it. Crescencio Mejia, how's it going, brother? I hope everything's good on your end. So look, I don't know what to say when I see some of the stuff that I see on social media. People are looking for anything to hype themselves up, you know. So a photo came out yesterday. Get this, you guys aren't going to believe this, what I saw. You're going to be like, what? It's going to be a shocker to you, right? So it turns out that when a professional boxer is getting ready for the fight of his life, he gets in shape. You're not even going to believe it. Like, you know what I mean? Like who would have known that Bud Crawford, I mean, everybody, I guess, was expecting him to come all like with love handles or something. Like, I don't know what they were expecting, a gut. You know, maybe they were expecting Bud Crawford to show up and I don't know. I just don't know what they were expecting. Like, what did they expect? Right? Oh, Bud! Oh my God! Look at the conditionings and look at the muscles. He's got six. You're not gonna believe this. He's got a six-pack. I know a lot of you probably don't believe it until you actually see the pictures, right? I mean, the amount of people I saw say, you know, I wasn't sure, but after this photo, I got Bud for sure. Like a photo of Bud Crawford being in shape. Like, what, you didn't think, you were questioning he was going to come in shape? Like, what was that what was holding you back? Like, what are we doing here? I mean, these people, they sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger when he talks about people's body parts, all right? Not private ones. Pause. All right? But have you heard, like, Arnold? Yeah, I'm a big wrestling fan, yes. Why are you a wrestling fan, Arnold? Because look at him, the deltoids and the pecs and the biceps and look at the, like, for some reason he loves to say deltoids. Deltoids. Why were you such a big fan of Rocky Marciano? The deltoids. Look at the deltoids. Look at them now. It's just like, what are we doing? Some people are looking at butts. They're like, look at the deltoids. Look at the abs. He's got to put them down. Look, like, it's just like, what are we doing? What did you think was gonna, like, you didn't think he was gonna be in shape? Well, like, I'm confused. You didn't think he was gonna, like, you know, like, bulk up a little bit and like add some armor? I told you guys, if you would have watched my show, you would have known he's gonna put on some armor. He's gonna get hit. Like, I don't know about the deltoids, but everything else, he's getting in shape. What did you expect? Oh, no, you don't understand, man. I was on the fence. I was leaning Canelo, but then I saw a picture of Bud, man. He's looking ripped. Oh, bro, that's big. I'm going with Bud. Like, what? What are we doing? You know, maybe it's a sign of the times. You know, maybe we're used to, like, boxers, like, that don't make weight on the scales and come in fat. You know, like, we have boxers that are, like, fat and shit, and like, you know what I mean? Like, and just come in and I'll weigh lose like 20 pounds, and maybe we're, like, too used to that or something. You know, maybe these people only watch, like, Tyson Fury fight, and they think every dude comes in like Tyson Fury. I really don't know, right? But let me tell you something. Everything sub of 175 pounds is, like, or 75 pounds and down. These motherfuckers come in shape at this level. I would think he's going to come in shape. Oh, look at him! Look at the abs! Look at the arms! He's gonna put Canelo down. Look, like, I don't know what you guys are expecting, right? Like, yeah. Bud hasn't had anything to do for the last, like, almost 2 years. Like all he's done, like, yeah, Bud has now fought. Not almost 2 years, but when's the last time Bud fought? July of last year, right? So that it's been a while, bro. For like 15 months, Bud hasn't done nothing but train and bulk up. And you're shocked? I mean, not the first guy, right? Like, remember when Jermell Charlo was bulking up and then he took pictures with chains? And people are like, oh, man, he's lifting weights with chains, bro. Oh, Canelo. Oh, man, he's going to fuck up Canelo. Canelo tried to cherry pick him, but he doesn't know what's about to happen. All those live streams were glorious. I just sat back like, oh, sure he is. He's bulking, he's getting strong. Is that the next? The other thing is the fro. Oh, Bud, he's got the fro. Maybe I don't get it. Right? Oh, no, you understand. The fro means he means business. Like what? It's the hairstyle, bro. Like, what are you all on about? It's a fro. What do you think this is? Like Cassius' rat tail? Like, what are we doing? You think? You think it's like Keith Thurman with his long hair, like Samson in the Bible? Like, is this what you think? Oh no, the fro, bro. The fro means the fro just means he hasn't cut his hair in a while. That's all it means. At the end of the day, right? What is? Shout out to Al Cuerpo Boxing. All right. And Bruce Goss, Boxing Jazz, and more. You should subscribe to this channel. All right. Yes. Meanwhile, like, look at this, bro. But he's a magician. But the IQ is just at another level, right? These tapes are hilarious, bro. Like just the shit that I'm hearing. They're hilarious. No, you don't understand. Bud's really the bigger man, even though he's not. But he really is. How so? Well, look at the arms. They're longer and he's taller. Well, that means he's taller and longer. Right? That's all. Doesn't mean he's big. I mean, by that logic, right? Like by that logic, Fundura is bigger than most, like than a lot of heavyweights. But it will use that logic. Callum Smith, by that logic, should be a full-fledged heavyweight. By that logic. It's all intuition. I told you guys, a lot of the butt stuff is intuition. A lot of it. Intuition. It's a feeling they have. They just feel like Buck's going to pull it off. Right? They just feel. Look at the stuff I've heard, bro. Put in the chat stuff that you've heard so I can react to it, right? If you don't mind, if you want to help me out here. But like Teddy, let's start with Teddy Atlas. I got to go with Crawford because he doesn't know how to lose. Ladies and gentlemen, he doesn't know how to lose. It's just a made-up phrase that people have used. It's a lazy made-up phrase that people use in sports. That's all it is. It doesn't mean anything. If it meant anything, right? If he doesn't know how to lose meant anything, nobody would ever lose when they're undefeated. If it meant anything, right? He just doesn't know how to lose. Like what is that? Like what? How is that a rational breakdown? How is that? Like anybody could say that. Like you don't have to be a boxing, aficionado to say that shit. Or he doesn't know how to lose. So, yet Teddy, when you talk about all-time great fighters, if you dare put Floyd at the top, because Floyd's never lost, he doesn't know how to lose. I mean, he's a bronze medalist, but he doesn't know how to lose. You know what I mean? Should have lost to Castillo, but doesn't know how to lose. All right? He doesn't know how to lose. But if you say, hey, Teddy, I think Floyd Mayweather is greater than Sugar Ray Robinson, he'll lose his shit. I've seen him do lists, top 10 Mexican fighters, top 10 American fighters, top 10 UK. He never puts all the undefeated guys at the top of the list. Do you, Teddy? The ones that lost, you put them at the top of the list. Now, I don't necessarily disagree with Teddy when it comes to that, but when it comes to modern day predicting fights, my God, that is so lazy. It's lazy. Oh, he doesn't know how to lose. What the fuck does that mean, bro? He doesn't know. Maybe we need to question the level of opposition then. Don't you think? Shouldn't that be a thing, if we're honest? So, we're going to talk about MJ in a way at some point down the lane, but we'll get there. I heard someone say Bud is competing with Canelo. Wait, what? I heard someone say Bud is competing with Canelo. You mean he's not competing with Canelo? He's competing with Floyd. No, he's gonna fight Canelo Alvarez. Like, what are we doing? Why do people just say this shit? People try to sound like philosophers out here, bro. You know what? That's one of the problems with boxing. Everybody wants to sound like a philosopher. He doesn't know how to lose. Ooh, look how that sounds. It's like the opposite of not knowing how to win. Get it? Like, what are we doing? Everybody wants to be a fucking philosopher nowadays, bro. He's not. It's deeper than that. He's not competing with Canelo. He's competing with Floyd. Like what? No, he's not. Like, what are we doing? No, it's deeper. You got to think deeper. It's, you see, if you go deeper into the eye of the storm, you will realize that really he's trying to surpass Floyd Mayweather. And when you look at the different dimension, like, shut the fuck up. He said a fight Saul Canelo Alvarez. It's a boxing match scheduled for 12 rounds for the super middleweight championship of the world. He's literally going to fight Canelo Alvarez, not Floyd. But he's really competing with, like, what are we doing this? Like, what is this? He's not really competing with anybody. He's competing with himself. He's competing with Floyd. He's competing with his father. Like, what are we doing, bro? Like, why are people saying dumb shit, bro? The philosophers come out. They just want to come out and like, just instead of just calling shit out, it is. Oh, no, like, no, it's deeper. You got to think about it, right? You see, the thing is that Crawford, deep down, when he's in that ring, he's envisioning Floyd Mayweather. What are we doing, bro? Another thing I've heard, let's compare the last 5 opponents. Let's do it. Right? Now, I want to give a shout out to Boxing Wave. All right? Boxing Wave is my dude. We used to do like a little, before they called them podcasts, we used to do like a little show back in the day. I think we called it like a boxing hour or something. They're still up. And he's come a long way. He's done a great job. You know, I'm happy for him. Great boxing channel. I love watching his takes. That's why I know about this take. But I will say this: he just flat out, like, just my opinion. He made a statement that the last 5 opponents or so that these guys have fought, that Crawford's were just better. Like he compared to some Canelo's opponents with Avanesian. He said Porter is better than any of the dudes that Canelo's fought recently. And I just completely disagree with that. Completely disagree. Right? Let's go over it. Right? So we got to see. Let's go to Box Rec. We need Box Rec, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Any other philosophing bullshit you guys have heard? Right? Anything? He's built different. Like, no, he's not. He's made of flesh and bone. He breathes the same air Canelo breathes. He bleeds just like everybody else. He's built different. It just sounds good. Like, yeah, he's built different. Like, don't get me wrong. I know what people mean by that, but like this like Canelo isn't. Like, Canelo's just ordinary, like everybody else. Like, what are we doing? Right? All right. So let's look at Crawford's last 5, and there's 2 key points that are going to stand out. They're going to stand out hard here. Right? Let's do it. Let's actually analyze this with reason and logic. Right? Let's do that. All right. If you guys don't mind, I mean, you know, it is what it is. So, man, StreamYard changed a lot of shit here. All right. So, let's go into this box trick here, okay? All right. Did it change? What's going on? It should already have changed. Why does box trick have so many pop-ups, bro? What's going on? Yo, I don't know why this didn't change, bro. I don't know what's going on with my internet. Nah, let's do this again. I don't know why it's doing this. Why is it doing this, bro? What's with these pop-ups, bro? All right. I get you got bills to pay, but holy shit, bro. How's that? Right? There we go. This is Terrence Bud Crawford. These pop-ups are gonna fucking piss me off. Swear to God. Right? And very interesting, by the way. He's the WBO interim champion. Okay. I don't know. Last 5 opponents. Last year, it was early August, not July. He fought Israel Madrimov. Now, what have people said? Oh, he's better than his record show. Why? Because he was only 9-0 or 10-0. Oh no! Madrimov, he's really good. It's just that he's underrated. Like, look, I saw Madrimov get his ass beat by Virgil Ortiz, and I knew Virgil was going to beat his ass. Now, don't get me wrong, man. Madrimov put up, a good fight, but he had all these excuses afterwards. Like, I wasn't the same. I was sick. I wasn't feeling well. I felt sick. Like, well, whatever, bro. Right? Canelo, Virgil beat his ass. Is what happened. He couldn't deal with just like some simple pressure that, I don't want to call it simple, but I'm just putting that out there. I don't know how good this win's going to age, to be honest with you. I think Madrimov's going to take more L's. But okay, people want to say that, no, he's the real deal. He was arguably the best in the division. Like, according to who? Like, what's like, you guys are just saying that. Like, it's just, you're saying it because it sounds good saying it because Bud fought him. Especially since he gave Bud a tough fight. Right? And we use logic and reason. I believe that that's the conclusion you come up with. But, no, he's got to be he was the best in the division because, hey, it makes Bud look good if I say that. Like, that's what that is, right? But there was no evidence. What evidence do you have that he was the best in the division? You have maybe at best, even if you believe it, intuition, but you don't have any evidence. He didn't beat any of the top guys, and when he fought another top guy in the division, in Virgil Ortiz, who's not even a title holder right now, he lost. He was hanging on for dear life at the very end of that fight. And he said he was sick. Is what he said. I'm sick. That's why Virgil beat me. Like, oh, okay. All right, fair enough. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. But look at the time, guys. This was 2024. Now, don't get me wrong. Still a good win. He was still a title holder in division. It's not a bad win, right? Especially Bud moving up in a division. Definitely a good win. I'm not diminishing that. Okay. But why does that pop up keep coming up, bro? Like, I don't want this. Vivint, I don't give a fuck about you, bro. Fuck off, Vivint. The fuck, bro? This is insane. Like, I'll pay BoxRec like $10 a month or something. They just remove. Is that an option? Like, I'll pay you to remove this shit, bro. I hate ads. You know how much shit I pay for because I don't want the ads? Like, it's insane, bro. Like it's just, I just don't want it. Like no ads, bro. How many people are going to order Vivint because they went to BoxRec today? Give me a fucking break, right? Did anybody shit like, what's going on? Errol Spence. Look at that. 13 months removed, bro. We're in 2023. That's 2 fights. You guys want to go back to the last 5 opponents? We're already over 2 years ago. And we're at 2 with Bud. In the year 2022, we did fight twice. No, I'm sorry. I got that wrong. Fought once. Ivan Ezian. He fought him in 2022. That's 3 fights. And that's almost 3 years ago. To the 4th fight is a Sean Porter fight. My guy Wave is bringing up a fight from 2021, like 4 years ago, and Sean Porter. Do you know what Canelo was doing in 2021? And we want to compare the last 5? We are in the year 2021, ladies and gentlemen, and we've been going over a year, like 13 months between fights. And you got to go all the way back to 2020 for Cal Brook. To do a last 5 comparison with Crawford, you got to go all the way back to the year 2020. We got to go back to the pandemic. This is nuts, bro. Like this. What are we doing? This was Trump's first term. We were still in Trump's first term. Like you know what I mean? We've gone through 3 presidencies in the last 5 fights of Bud Crawford. We've had like 2 Olympics and shit since the last 5 fights of Bud Crawford. Oh, we got to compare. Let's do a deep dive in the last 5. Dude, 2020, let's do Canelo last 5. Right? You want to do Canelo last 5? Let's do it. Right? Let's do Canelo last 5. Are we done with Vivint, BoxRec? Are we done? No, Vivint really wants me to buy it. Right? Maybe I click learn why. It'll remove it or something. Right? I clicked on it. Anybody want to buy Vivint so you can get out of my face? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe somebody from D-Styles Boxing Channel needs to order Vivint in order for me to grace BoxRec with its presence, with my presence, and to share it or something. Maybe that's like the deal. Like, I don't know. Nando, like order Vivint or some shit. Like, I don't know. Like somebody hook me up. Carlos, Sam, somebody. Right? Call, hey, I want to order Vivint because I was watching D-Style Boxing. He's on BoxRec. And I totally ordered it, and then maybe they'll remove it. You know what I mean? Like, but anyway, William Skull this year, 2024, Edgar Berlanga late last year. Last year, Jaime Munguia, late 2023, Jermell Charlo. John Ryder, mid 2023. We are at 5. Gennady Golovkin, 6. Dimitri Bivol, 7. Caleb Plant, 8. Billy Joe Saunders, 9. Yildirim, 10. Callum Smith, 11. And there's no more after that because he was going through litigation with Golden Boy in the zone. This is what I'm talking. When people are like, oh, but Canelo, he fought Yildirim. Okay, but he fought 11 times in the same time span. All right? People bitching about Yildirim, even though, like, look at this. Callum Smith, December 2020. 2 months later, Yildirim, less than 3 months later, a little over 2 months later, Billy Joe Saunders. Shut the fuck up. We're bringing up Porter for 2021? Broke for 2020? What are we doing? We're doing a deep dive, do it right. Jermell Charlo, it's my opinion, as the undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, right, was a way better fighter, opponent, than anybody Crawford's fought in the last 5 fights. That alone. And Canelo beat him with skill. He beat him not with size, with skill. He was more skilled and better than Jermell in every way. Size never became a factor because Jermell started to run because he was getting outskilled, out-hustled, and beat by the superior boxer, more skilled boxer, in Saul Canelo Alvarez. And he knew what would happen if he tried to win. If he tried to win, he would have gotten fucked up. Is what would have happened. The last 5 fights. We got to go over the last 5 fights. No, sir. We're going to do that. Like, I'm just... Do you guys not understand what I'm saying when people want to compare the last 5 opponents? You can't even do it. Because you got to go all the way back to the fucking pandemic, the first Trump administration, to get to Bud's 5 opponents. He's been fighting every 13 months. Now it's going to be 15 months. I'm not saying there's something wrong with that. I'm not one of those guys that's obsessed with the activity. Well, what I'm telling you guys is when you do like these comparisons, and let's compare the last 5 with you need to understand these are different time frames. Like if we want to do a comparison with the resumes from the year 2020 on, then okay, let's do that. Like we're not gonna like just limit Canelo to 5 when he's been more active than Bud, and when you take the totality since 2020, it's just been far better. Like I think Billy Joe Saunders arguably is better than anybody that Crawford fought. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. In the last 5 fights, I think he was a better opponent than Eye Socket Kell Brook. I think he was a better opponent than Foot Out the Door Porter. Better than Avanesian, better than you name it, right? Oh no, but what are you talking about? That was all the way back in 2021. Like listen to what people are saying. Oh, Canelo, he hasn't had any good wins since 2021. You want to do a last 5? You got to go all the way back to the first Trump administration for Bud's opponents. That's what you guys want to do. Like Bud's resume, when you could do like I'm telling you right now, like the last 5, like it literally, like they've hit the statute of limitations. Like I'm just letting you know right now, you motherfucker. I'm telling you guys right now, you're going by intuition. It's a feeling you got. I know it because I do it sometimes. So we all do it. Sometimes we all have a feeling like, you know what? I think he's going to do it. Like, you know what I mean? I just have a feeling he's going to pull it off. And we go by intuition, right? Like sometimes that plays a factor. But you guys need to admit that's what it is. Like you believe in Bud. That's why you're becoming philosophers and giving me philosophy, right? That's why, like, you're bringing up things that, like, doubters of the past. Like, anytime somebody does that, they bring up the doubters of the past. Oh, the doubters of the past. The doubters of the past. Oh, they doubted him. They didn't believe in him. Like, they want to talk, like, they talk about Bud's accomplishments like it's scripture, right? Like it's the Gospels or some shit. Like, and I'm being serious. Like, the way they talk about it. They talk about Bud's accomplishments, you know, like it's like destined to happen. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's destiny, you know. What do we call it when something's meant to happen? The word's slipping me right now. It's slipping. Somebody help me out. Like prophesized. I got it. Prophesized. Like they talk about it like it's like Crawford's gonna win because it's prophecy. Is the way they talk about it, right? And what do they do while they're giving you stories like the Gospels? Oh yeah, like you know, like David beat Goliath, and everybody laughed at David, and nobody thought David could do it, but David believed, and he had the faith, and he was the chosen one, and David. So how dare you doubt David? But I would argue there's never been a Goliath to Bud. That's what I would argue. But that's you're telling me that's not what they do. I challenge anybody to say that's not what they do. Oh no, yeah, that's what everybody was saying before the Spence fight. All the Spence fans kept saying Spence is too big, strong. He was better at. He wasn't going to be able to handle the body shots, and he was just too big and strong for Bud, and then, like all the shit people were saying, right? No, I didn't say that, but nonetheless, they say it anyway. Why? Because it's prophecy, right? That's what they do. Oh no, you don't understand. But even when, oh yeah, everybody doubted me. Everyone said that I couldn't do X, Y, and Z before, but like Bud's never been in this situation before. Do you remember Caleb Plant when he was like trying to do that? It was like, yeah, yeah, me, I am up here. You guys are ordinary, but I'm extraordinary. I believe in doing extraordinary things. Like they become philosophers, bro. They started to talk like motivational speakers at these fucking press conferences. Bud's out here giving motivational speeches, like he's a motivational speaker to like his fans, like before he leaves Omaha. That's what Caleb Plant was doing. Oh yeah. Everybody laughed at me. They laughed at me. I was in favor to win the Golden Gloves, and I accomplished. Now I'm not diminishing their accomplishment, nothing like that. But this ain't the same thing. That's not what this is. Oh, it's a very different thing. You motherfuckers are going by intuition. And look, it's not a bad bet going by intuition with Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford's a great fighter. But there's no real logic behind why you believe you can win. Like, maybe some logic. I won't say that. There's some logical, like, I've heard people make some logical arguments. But most of those people like are very unsure Bud could do it, though. And they're honest about that. The people that are super confident and going by intuition and giving motivational speeches and saying things like he's different, he's a magician, oh, he's a computer in there. Crawford, IQ is at a whole nother level. Like this, like he doesn't know how to lose and giving us all these platitudes, right? All those things. It's all of it, man. It points towards intuition. That's all it is. And that's fine. It wouldn't look if it happened. It wouldn't be the first time intuition's correct. The gut feeling you have. It could be a want that you have. I do believe if you watch my last live that it's trendy to pick Bud. You're like you have nothing to lose if you pick Bud. If you pick him and he wins, I told you it was going to be Canelo. I told you. I believed in him. I believed in Bud. You all laughed at him and we believed in him. Like that. That is like, I get it. Right. And then if he loses out, he dared to be great, which he is, by the way. I'm not diminishing that, but it gives you the out. Oh, he was just, Canelo was just too big for him. It wasn't the skill, it was the size, I wasn't really wrong about the scale. It was the size, even though a lot of people that said that about Jermell were wrong because Canelo beat him with skill. He did. It is what it is. Never. You tell me how Canelo used his size against Jermell. He didn't. He beat him with skill. But this isn't about Jermell. So, by the way, a much better fighter than Bud Crawford. I believe Crawford's a better fighter than Jermell. So believe me, I'm not here necessarily comparing. Although there's some things that Jermell I thought would give Canelo more problems, and he did it. So this is what it is, right? This, ladies and gentlemen, is a fight that I wish most boxing fans would just get into and not be so negative Nancy's about it. Boxing fans are very jaded, so I get it, but this is, in terms of significance, the Hagler-Leonard of our era, right? That's what this is, right? It's I put Hearns, but I meant Leonard. Although he might go out like Hearns, but nonetheless, you know what I mean? And I'm sure Bud Crawford is going to have a game plan. I'm sure Bud Crawford is going to, you know, you know, uh, give good resistance and give Canelo a good fight. But I think as the fight progresses, as the fight continues, you're gonna feel it. The thud and the punches, you're gonna hear them. I think I don't. You guys name them to me. It's. This is not. I'm not going by intuition here, guys. Like you tell me. You tell me who's a better body, but like name me a better body puncher that Crawford has fought than Canelo. Name me someone better than Canelo at that. Like you name them to me. You tell me. Name me a better counter puncher that he's fought. Name me someone who hits anywhere near as hard as Canelo that he has fought. I want you to name it to me. Don't give me your platitudes. That Crawford has fought. I'm sorry. I might have worded that wrong, but you tell me who has Crawford fought that hits as hard as Canelo? Nobody. The answer is no one. And you need intuition to believe that that's not going to be a factor. Whereas it's not going to be as big of a factor, right? Intuition is required. Ricky Burns, shut up. You're not even allowed to troll that Ricky Burns. Like we're not even allowed to do that. Right? Ricochet Burns. You tell me, like these sort of just logical, honest questions I'm asking you guys. These are factors in a fight. You name me, put the size to the side. Name me a better skilled fighter that Crawford's fought. I want you to give me the name and stand on that square. Now you need intuition to believe. No, I'm taking that leap of faith, and I believe even though he hasn't fought anybody as good, that he's still good enough to beat Canelo. That's fair enough, but you need to admit that. It's all intuition. All of it. Y'all a bunch of intuitioned motherfuckers, right? Not tuition, intuition. All right? A lot of you all philosophy. I know you're philosophing, right? And you think I'm giving you a tuition. No, like I'm not giving you a tuition because you're out here saying shit like, oh, yeah, he doesn't know how to lose. He doesn't know how to lose. That's just some shit that sounds good. That's it. Significant fight. Two amazing fighters. One more fight I want to talk about before I go, and we'll do HCP tomorrow. By the way, put it down. I want you guys there, live and on deck, all hands on deck. AHD, right? All hands on deck. HCP tomorrow, right? 1 p.m. Eastern time. Be there, right? Calix and I will be live. This is what I want you guys to. The Amir Khan fight, it gets brought up a lot, right? And again, this goes back to do you use logic and reason? Really? Because like even some people picking Canelo, right? Because not everyone picking Canelo is a lot of them are going by intuition too, apparently, right? But and I'll explain. It's like when you talk about the Amir Khan fight, the way they talk about the fight, it's something like this. Oh yeah, Khan was just outboxing Canelo the whole time, but then Khan has no chin, so Canelo finally caught him and knocked him out, and that's why Canelo won. So eventually Canelo was going to catch him, but man, Khan was giving him all types of problems and giving him boxing lesson before the end of the fight. And I'm hearing a lot of people talk about that fight that way. I remember watching that fight live, and while watching it, telling a cousin by like the end of round 3, like, oh, Khan's not going to go past like the 8th. That's what I remember saying at the time. And because of what I was seeing, right? If you watch that fight, Canelo's working the body of Khan. And Khan is, if you pay attention, he's slowing down round after round. And it's becomes very noticeable, right, like in the last 2 rounds before he got knocked out. Canelo was distracting him with the hook and landing it. And I think Canelo was even disguising it a little bit because Khan got a little brave and even started to pocket more, right? And this notion that Khan was giving him a boxing lesson is ridiculous. But nonetheless, if it wasn't the punch that landed that knocked out Khan, I always thought it was the inevitable, right? But if it wasn't for that punch, it would have been the next, like, it wasn't that far from happening. Like, Khan at that point was already a broken fighter. Like, Khan at that point was not going to last another 2-3 rounds. He just wasn't. And when it comes to Crawford, well, Crawford attacked the body of Khan. That's how he beat Khan. So you could actually argue that Crawford followed Canelo's blueprint to beating Khan. Because yes, one way to beat Khan, right, is I did I just read that? Didn't Jeff Horn say but? Like, well, Jeff Horn can say whatever he wants to say. I don't give a shit what Jeff Horn says, right? But Crawford and Canelo are really the only 2 guys that beat Khan literally by just being better than him. Other guys were kind of getting beat up by Khan, like Danny Garcia. Then Danny landed a haymaker and hurt Khan, and Khan never recovered, right? That's how he beat him, right? Khan was kind of already washed by the time Brooke got to him, but, you know, it's whatever. But that's that. I just wanted to throw that out there. All right? So we'll throw it out there. It's going to be a good fight. It's going to be a great fight. Shout out to Blood. How's it going, brother? I got to get going. I got some work to do. But I appreciate everybody that tuned in. If you haven't already, before you go, hit that like button. Take the moment right now. Hit the like. If you have the chat up, you can press the X in the corner and then hit the like button. That'll be much appreciated if you guys can do that for me. After the live, if you want to post a comment, it just helps the algorithm. It helps the channel out. You want to support me and my channel. That's a good way to do it. And that's just the way to go. All right. Even if it just says good vid or you're wrong, D style, or like, whatever you want to say, but whatever, right? Well, that's chingon, D style. Well, whatever you want to say, just say it. It's all good. On the comment, not the chat, but the comments. All right. With that said, guys, I gotta get going tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern, ECP. See you there. I'm out. Peace.
With his trainer, Eddie Reynoso, wearing black with white, also weighing in at 167.6 pounds. In his professional career, 54 victories, including 36 big wins by knockout, only 1 defeat with 2 draws, and he's undefeated for 6 years, and considered by many to be, pound for pound, the best in the world. He's the former 2-time light middleweight world champion, former middleweight world champion, former light heavyweight world champion, the reigning, defending super middleweight champion of the world, damas y caballeros de Guadalajara, Jalisco, México, representando a gran campeón, Foul.